Death Blow. Death Blow. Death Blow. Hello, this is Evilon and you're listening to Death Blow Podcast.
Hello wonderful people, it's me Darkel and welcome to another episode of Death Blow Podcast. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share my episodes and click on the bell. Instagram, Facebook and TikTok with videos and news. Spotify and Apple Podcasts to listen the audio version. Today I want to talk with you about a band that was interviewed in the previous season and they are Evilon. This time they present their new album and this was a very crazy interview. And right now I will leave you with the rest of the interview. Welcome guys, so let's start the interview. I think we are all here because I remember the last time, so it has been a nice pleasure. And right now let's dive more into this new album of Evilon. And you guys define this album like the best album that you created so far. Explain me more, why according to you guys is the best?
I think it's the best in many ways. It's many ways to explain that. If you speak about the songwriting, I think I'm as always evolving and writing better and better songs. We have new members, which has recorded this album with a very good energy, and on top of that, Thor's vocals, which is awesome. So it's different sound in the instruments and especially the vocals, and the production of this album, the mixing and the mastering is the best ever in Evilon's history. So that's two things: new members and the new mixing guy and new mastering guy. So that makes this album and the songwriting three things. First of all,
So the title of this new album is Ginnungagap or something like that.
Ginnungagap.
Thank you. And what does it mean and how it has been to work on this record?
David?
I guess I can take that one. It's my fault. Everything. Ginnungagap is the place in Norse myth creation. It's equivalent to, take the Garden of Eden in Christian religion, maybe, as part of the creation myth. It's where it all started, and I thought it would be a beautiful symbol for the band's new beginning, with all the new energy and development and improved songwriting and everything.
While I was listening some songs, I had in my mind the incredible masterpiece album of Bathory, Nordland, for example. Is Bathory really important in your career, guys?
Not particularly in my part.
I can't even name one song. So.
Me neither.
I listened to Bathory many years ago, actually. Mostly, even back in the 80s when Quorthon made more black metal. Before he evolved into more Viking metal, and I really loved the black metal he did those days. I wanted it as extreme as possible. Back in the 80s, when I was a teenager and angry, I wanted. So Bathory was that then, back then. And then I bought 4 or 5 first albums on vinyl with Bathory. Then I kind of went other directions in music listening, and I discovered this Northland albums later on. But to me, it has not been important, but I have listened to Bathory, absolutely.
For me, for example, Bathory is very important. So I was finding the sonorities, especially into the intro of the songs, because there is a lot of acoustic guitars. So I was finding that very interesting, and I find certain similarities. That's why I was asking to you.
It's an active choice we made, I think. We haven't used acoustic guitars so much before, and a more folky feeling rather than using regular clean electric guitars. And we're very pleased with the result of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We had a little bit of acoustic guitars on our first EP. Then we have chosen after that on the Leviathan album. It wasn't that much clean parts, but on A Warrior's Way, I actually wrote some parts for acoustic, but we decided to do it on clean electric guitars. But this time, we actually, as David said, wanted the acoustic sound, more folky and more. Yeah, it's a nice vibe on the acoustic guitars. Yeah, but yeah, I think I've said it all. But I really like the sound of it on the album, the acoustic guitar, and that's the first time we're using that much acoustic guitars. And I know what you speak of concerning Bathory, because he also used acoustic guitars in a very nice way. But I didn't think of Bathory when I wrote it. It's coincidence that it's similar, I guess.
Yes, very, very similar. So that's why I was very captured by the sound. So it is very important then for the black metal history and even for what he created with the Viking metal albums, of course. Now, what is the way to find creativity to write an album? I can imagine how hard it is to write lyrics, write riffs, and put them all together and transform in some songs in a short time. I remember you released last November an album. What is the secret?
The secret for me was the new guys. When they came along, I started writing a lot of songs that gave me new energy. They brought new life to Evilon, and just gave me inspiration. And it just came to me, these new songs. And yeah, when I get inspiration and get creative, it just happens. And it has been a new start for Evilon, I think. So the music just came, and these guys thought of, well, maybe another album. And they, of course, they wanted to participate on an album as well. So, yep, that's how the music came to. Out of pure inspiration from these guys.
The funny thing is, there are like maybe 10 to 20 other songs that we chose not to go and develop for this album.
Yeah, we had a hard decision for this.
Yeah, these 10 songs are just the best of, but we have more songs that just didn't make it to the album.
It could have been a double album.
It actually could.
What about the lyrics for this record?
Well, Kenneth composed the music and the instrumentals, and he always sets a title, often a project name, just to avoid naming a song 1, song 2, etc. And best case scenario, the title is so powerful and the melodies give off right away how the title could inspire the lyrics, and then I get inspired and write the lyrics about that title that Kenneth set, or I feel like maybe this song could be about something else, and then I write the lyrics about something else, and we change that title. So it depends.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, I've noticed on Instagram that you started to play live some shows. What are the plans for this summer, for example?
Yeah, well, we have one festival we're going to attend to in Germany.
Just this tiny little trip. Nothing big.
We also have a festival in Norway later this August, September.
Last of August.
Yeah.
Yep.
That is it for now. We don't know what will happen when we release the album. Maybe, hopefully, we will get more shows or gigs, of course. But we are ready to go out there and play. That's for sure.
We are working on getting more gigs, and we have contacts with the guy who is working for us concerning festivals and even tours. So maybe this will happen this year.
Let's hope for you guys. My favorite song from this release is Day and Night. I like the melody of this song, like I was telling before, the acoustic intro and all that. Will you guys continue on this path?
I don't know. I've started writing more new songs now at the moment, and I always try to approach it from a different view each time to get new inspiration. I don't want to copy one album and to the next. I want new inspiration to give myself more of a challenge to make some new, but it will be Evilon sound, but I don't think it will be. It can be on this path we have started now on Ginnungagap, but probably slightly different, because I don't want to repeat myself when writing songs. So, but it's nice you have a favorite song on the album, because we can't choose. We have discussed that many times. It's impossible to have a favorite song because there are so many good ones.
Yeah, especially on this new album, I found that, in my opinion, you guessed the path, which is the acoustic intro, and to develop these arpeggios very well done. I find this creativity that is growing, and this union between you guys that is very good.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Thank you so much for those kind words.
Thank you.
You killed her with kindness. Anyway, we're really happy to hear that, and I'm really happy to hear that you like Day and Night, because that's the first song that I wrote the lyrics for when I joined the band almost a year ago in September 2023.
Yeah.
Fun fact.
No, it's nice that you say about the sound, because this sound, for sure, we will work with the same production guys, mixing, mastering in the next time as well, to get this awesome sound. And we really, I think we really like the sound of this album, sound-wise. So if you were speaking of maybe this soundscape and this for the next album, I think it will be. Absolutely.
When did you discover that music was part of your life?
Yeah, I can surely start. For my part, it started when in my teenagers time. I was a very angry kid. A lot of emotions inside, never let them out. But I discovered music, and then our metal, of course. And I couldn't play anything. I couldn't play shit, like instruments or anything. So I had to start to use my vocals instead. And I couldn't do clean singing because I sucked at it as well. So I decided I want to growl. Then I heard Amon Amarth, Johan Hegg, and I decided I want to listen and be like that. That is the sound I'm aiming for, and I just started it, and I think it turned out quite well, to be honest. So that was my way to get into metal world or music. That's for sure.
Oh, I don't know. I got into it when I was young teenager, maybe even 12 years old. Heard In Flames for the first time, and I thought the screaming vocals really was a new way to express power. Metal music always made me feel powerful and strong, the way no other music could. I mean, all kinds of music could give you nice melodies and something to hum to, but power and metal. But I always saw music as a hobby. I never thought I would do it like it was the main purpose in life or anything. It just happened, happy accident, when Kenneth asked me, hey, do you want to play guitar in Evilon? That's that. Happy accident, and look at us now, an album 1 year later. Things happen.
I can continue, so it doesn't need to be that pause again. The question was when I discovered music was important, and I think I have kind of a similar story to Thor there. I was also a very angry teenager. I think I was around 13. I listened to music when I grew up, and I listened to different pop music, I think, and different guitar thing. But when I discovered hard rock, heavy metal, it was really that energy. And since the beginning and still today, and what the reason why music was so important, that anger disappeared when I listened to angry music. That's the way if I have had a bad day and I put on some really angry, harsh vocals, I get peace, I get calm, and that's how it started in my teenagers, when I was angry and I listened to hard rock, heavy metal, and I felt good. So that was really important and has continued to be important. And I think I was 13. And then when I was 14, I for the first time tried the guitar, and I thought, wow, I couldn't play, but it sounded like this could be metal. Dun, 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 guitar is my thing. So the path was set.
Well, I can keep it on going. It started in the late 80s. On the first years of school, I started on to play guitar, and I wanted to be a rock star. It hasn't happened yet.
Getting there.
Yeah. But in the early 90s, 1992 or something, I listened to a band, a person that we can't say loud at the social medias. He's from Bergen, and he burned some buildings.
He burned some churches, yes.
And when I listened to the early part of his project, I was, wow, black metal. So I never was angry at as Kenneth and Thor, but I always wanted to do the opposite of everyone else. So when I listen to black metal, blasphemy, and I love it.
Yes, I started to play saxophone in the middle school and play in the big band, and that was nice. But it started when I was at my childhood friend's house, and his father took a vinyl and put on the stereo, and I think it was Deep Purple, made in Japan, from 1972, and that, wow, oh my god, I gotta be a rock star. That was the best I ever heard before.
Yeah.
And and after that, I think, fuck, drums. It will be fun to try, and yeah. Now I'm a drummer in Evilon, and yeah, it's fun.
Damn, drums, man.
I'm
yeah.
proud. I'm proud to be a part of Evilon. Thank you, Kenneth.
Yeah.
Same. Cheers.
So you guys released even a video for the song Mjolnir, and you even made a video in the past called Brothers of Evilon. Will you release a new video for the new album, or only Mjolnir is the release for that at the moment?
It has been up to discussion, and I think we will release more music videos, just not right now. But yeah, for which songs, so we have no idea just yet. But there will be more music videos for sure.
Will Swedish folklore continue to be part of your music, or for next release or next albums in the future? You have other stuff in mind?
Yes, if the opportunity presents itself, it much depends on the song. We'll see what Kenneth comes up with, or anyone else, if anyone else brings a song to the table, and we'll see what the general feeling is and what ideas you get from listening to it. It could very well be any folklore or mythology related stuff, or something else. We don't know.
Yeah.
It has been a part of Evilon for a few years now, Nordic mythology, and we brought in some more folklore this time, like the song Huldra, and so not every song on this album is about folklore or Norse mythology, but I wouldn't be surprised if the lyrics will be about that in the future as well. But it could be other subjects.
What I like about this record, I said already, is the acoustic guitar in almost every song. But what can you say more about the arrangement?
Well, the acoustic parts were, as we spoke about earlier, came from getting. I like the acoustic sound, and I think it brings on even more kind of folk roots feeling to it in acoustic guitars. And the arrangements just comes when I sit and write the music. It comes natural in a way, and I wanted it to be symphonic, and the album could have been even more symphonic in a way than it is now. But we, in the mix, we took the symphonic parts a little bit back, but actually there's symphonic arrangements for every song, so if we would have liked to, we could have more even more symphonic sound, but I think we want the metal sound, so the guitars and drums and bass and vocals is the most important, and you can hear the symphonic parts in the background more of. But it could have been more symphonic if we wanted. Because
but from the beginning it was actually less symphonic than it turned out. It was a decision we made along the way. Some instruments weren't even there from the start. It was maybe a piano or a synth, but then we decided, let's make it into strings, and songs like All Father and Aurora Borealis, big songs. Kind of slow but heavy and big. We got the idea we could use choirs here and cellos and big symphonic effects to make them sound even bigger. It just happened along the way, and I'm happy it did, because it really lifted those songs, I think.
They turned out awesome, so great.
Yeah, but then I noticed even a woman singing in the background.
Yeah, that was at Hildra.
And your friend, Tor.
And of course, my friend. Yeah. She is one of my best friends' girlfriend. Yeah. Well, she's been a friend of mine for many years, and she has been doing these choirs for a long time, and always wanted to do something else with her voice. And when I heard Huldra the first time, I just I sent a message to the others, and I just said we need a woman's voice in this song because it would be the whole soul of the song. And then I asked her just for fun, are you interested to try some vocals? And she does, yeah, let's do it. And I think it turned out amazing. She's so skilled, absolutely great vocals on that person, that's for sure.
Yeah, and now we're happy to call her our friend too. But when I wrote the lyrics for that song, it's about the feminine spirit. I immediately thought we could use feminine vocals on here, and so I arranged them, and luckily Tor had this contact in Therese, as her name is, and we are. I mean, we can't pick a favorite, but I think that one's pretty high up there.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's for sure.
It sounded awesome with the female vocals in the background, and as David told it, it's the story, the folklore is about feminine, a woman who lives in the wood and catches men.
Seduces men into the death.
Mm-hmm. And,
So awesome!
Therese's vocals on that is to she represents the Huldra in that song.
Compared to when you guys started, how much has it changed the music scene according to you?
The social media thing is a big difference. That's a big thing. When I started with music back in the 17th century, it's a long time ago. There wasn't these social medias, so these days it's important to stay active on social medias, and I think that's the. Back in the days, you couldn't do promotion for yourself that easy, but now you can do promotion on social medias for yourself. And back in the days, you had to have a record company to get things out there, to get records and get promotion. But these days, you actually don't, so to speak, need a record company. Now we have record company, that's the Death Records. It just fits us, but you can do it on your own if you want to, using social medias, and yeah, so that's the biggest difference, I think. Mm-hmm. What you guys say?
It's hard to say. We haven't been in the music scene for so long, and I think for many years now it has been a big thing with social media and everything. I don't know, how old is the band? 2016. I think it has been like that for...
Evilon?
Yeah.
We started in 2015, I think. Yeah, 15.
And what do you usually do, guys, when you are not playing during your spare time?
I can start. For me, I work as a chef in a school, and in my spare time, I usually gamer for sure, and then I practice vocals and stuff like that. That's basically my life.
Yeah, I work. Yeah, I work as a been working for many years as a music teacher. So that's my day job. I teach music to youngsters. I only teach metal, of course. No, I teach everything, but and then
Blasphemy.
in my spare time, I it's mostly about music. I sit and play, practice guitar, and write music, and then it's a lot of work with Evilon actually. Getting things together, having contact with different people. So it's a lot about music in my spare time as well, you could say.
Yeah, and it also happens to be the case that I also work at a school. I'm what is it called? Student assistant or teacher assistant or both. I don't know, something like that. And in my spare time, the guys like to note that I sleep a lot, which is very true.
Sleeping and eating. Or a cat.
And eats, yes, very much. Except for that, I don't know. I have a very calm life. I'm like an old man. I take walks. I take walks, eat, and sleep. It's fun every time we meet up. The guys to play. We have Evilon rehearsal days at Sundays. Always fun. Other than that, it's not much music actually lately since I joined the band, because it's very much focused on the band and not so much any other kind of music. And ironically, I play less guitar maybe since at least this past year, because it was a lot of focus on recording the album. And so I basically played the guitar for my parts, and then I worked with the band in many ways. And so the guitar has been in the couch over there.
Yeah, you were the studio engineer in the when they were in the recording, so you were busy.
Yeah, busy editing and everything. Yeah.
Well, I can keep on. When I don't play any music, me and my lady have some old cars and they always need to fix. So never free time. And I also, when I have the time without Evilon, I also play some guitar for a black metal project. So some music on the free time, but not that much.
I work as a truck driver. And in my spare time, I fish a lot and spend much time with my family. I have 2 daughters. The age, 4 and 7 years old. Oh.
Did you have to think about their age?
The time flies away.
Father of the year.
Yes. Legend.
And play drums.
Robin hates speaking in English.
It's okay. So right now, guys, it's something to finish this funny interview and amazing interview. I really have to tell you this.
Other than that, we hope to see you on the road. And thank you for the interview. It was fun.
We'd also love some feedback on our album. If you like it or hate it. We would love all the feedbacks, because we will learn from it, of course, and develop from it.
As we said, 4th of April on Spotify and everywhere, we can say. And you can also get CDs from us, or if you contact us, or even on some merch, we have T-shirts. You can order the CD from Fetzner, deathrecords.de. We can show we have CD here. It's a nice one. And fantastic Google Melone has done the artwork and the layout for this one.
Wow.
Fantastic.
It's amazing.
I think it looks good. This one is signed. Can you see our
Yeah.
autographs?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the autographs you get for free.
For now.
They will be worth a lot of money in the future. Yes.
Yes. See you in the next album. Who knows? Maybe.
Yeah,
Yep.
of course.
All right. Thank you. Bye, guys. It's always nice.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye.
Bye bye.
And that's all for this episode of Death Blow Podcast. Subscribe, like and share my videos and click on the bell. Instagram, Facebook and TikTok for more news. Spotify and Apple Podcasts to listen the audio version. See you soon, guys!